Alright, welcome to my Kai Cenat early gameplay and review. So shout out to Epic Games for sending me this bundle early. This comes to the item shop tomorrow night, September 12th. So not tonight's item shop reset for those of you in Europe, but the next one. So let's first discuss what you get and how much it's going to cost. So the entire bundle is 3,500 V-Bucks, which sounds a bit pricey. However, you do get 2 different skins, so that's pretty good. So first you get the Kai Cenat skin. It says Kai has entered the chat. And then you get the AMP Kai. It says victory by any means possible. And this one is clearly reactive. This one just has styles. We'll cover those in just a second as well. So individually, the Kai skin is only 800 V-Bucks, whereas the AMP Kai is 1,800 V-Bucks. Now for back blings, we've got the Fire Hazard, which is going to be 600 V-Bucks. It's his chair with some caution tape on it. And that's also a limb reactive. And then we've got Little Cenat. And I'm pretty sure his hamster died because it says long live Little Cenat. And this is a limb reactive. And this is 600 V-Bucks as well. For pickaxes, we have the Pyro Rocket. These are both 800. And then this one's the AMP Zap. Sadly, there's no glider. There is, however, the AMP Wrap, which is also reactive. Let's trigger it right here. Okay, that's a flashy reactivity. Lasts a long time, too. And that'll be 500 V-Bucks. And then we have 2 emotes, one for 800 and one for 500. Let's see what they look like. So this is the Rocket Recline. This is Traversal, too. Okay. I gotta see how that's Traversal because you spin up in the air. Huh. So this one's actually the 800 V-Bucks one. This is the more expensive one. And then this one is copyrighted. It's a Kanye West song. The Ty Lil Dance. Okay, I gotta be careful though, because yeah, that is copyrighted. Okay, I'm gonna mute it so you can see what he does here. So he just goes in the circle. Then he adds this dance step to it. Okay. So that's everything. And remember, this is going to be 3,500. Now, there's also a vehicle, but I'm going to do a separate gameplay on that so as not to extend this video any longer than it needs to be. But it's this right here, the Mercedes AMG GT63S. That is a mouthful. Like I said, I will cover that next. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's look at the styles real quick. So the 800 V-Bucks skin has a tank top on. And then you can take that off as well if you want. So I think that's the only difference. He still has that necklace on and the watch. You can put his hat forward. You can put it backwards. Let's see what that looks like on this one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Or you take the hat off if you want. Okay, so I think he looks better with the hat on, to be honest. Plus it adds a lot more red to the color scheme. Now for the AMP Kai, you got the hat forward, backwards, and off. So same things. And you can turn the reactivity off if you prefer. Back blings, you can just turn the reactivity off for that one. And same for this one. Pickaxes have no styles. Okay, so let's start with the original Kai Cenat. And I'll put his hat forward and on first. So I'm assuming this back bling goes with this Kai. But for pickaxes, I'm not sure. Because they both say AMP. I'm going to have to say this one goes with Kai, but I'll show both of them on him. Okay, here we go. This is the Kai Cenat skin. So, looks pretty clean. Obviously, they made him a little taller than he is in real life. He's got some nice shoes on. Those look like a pair of Jordans. He's got the AMP on his checkered red camo shorts. And then the KC logo on his hat with that big chain that says the same thing as well. And then his back bling is nicely animated with the little Cenat running on his wheel there. Let's see, does it have physics? He kind of goes crooked when you land. Pickaxe is, I don't know what it's supposed to be. It says AMP on it, and it looks like it has some kind of canister near the top. but it's a nice yellow and gold. Turn the lights off real quick. Doesn't look like anything glows that I can see. All right, let's do the pickaxe pull-out sound and swing animation. Here you go. Okay, so nothing too special there. It's got a little bit of a contrail. I'm hoping it's got a nice splash, but let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's yellowish gold. Let's see if there's any weak spot reactivity. Oh, heck yeah, there is. Okay, let's turn the lights off so we can see this better. So it's been a while since we've had a weak spot interaction. So you can see it starts to flash and lights up. Let's see if we can power it all the way up. I don't know how many. I think it's just one hit, but here's what it looks like. And that does change the contrail, as you saw. So let's see if it changes the splash too. It's a little more sparky. Okay, so here's what it looks like against a player. Okay, so that triggers the reactivity as well. That's cool. All right, how about his aim down sights? Here we go. Okay, so beautiful reactivity on this. Illuminates the gun quite nicely. His hair does interact with the wrap, so that looks kind of weird, especially when you move to and fro like this. It's only the side of his hair that moves. The back of his hair seems to be stuck in place. And the sides do have some physics as well when you jump. But all things considered, his aim down sights is really clean, even with the hat facing forward. You can see his tattoos, you can see his watch. Okay. Okay, so let's get in a limb here and see what this back bling does. Here we go. Whoa, so that makes little Cenat spark, and then he goes Super Saiyan speed, and then he flips over. I'll turn the lights off this time too so you can see. Here we go. Okay, so I didn't notice the first time, but the sign lights up too, and it flashes. That's cool. A nice tribute to his deceased hamster. Here's the wrap and the dart. Not bad. Let's do the shirt off and the hat backwards this time. Okay, so this looks pretty good as well. You can definitely see a lot more of his tattoos now. Let's take the back bling off and take the hat off. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, now all his hair moves. So it must have been the hat holding the hair down in the back. You still got the interaction there. I don't know. I think I prefer having a little bit of the red in there because it matches the combo of the wrap. So when you remove everything like this, I mean, the wrap still looks pretty good, but it doesn't look as good, if that makes sense. I do like those shoes, though. All right, how about his emotes? So this is the traversal one, the rocket recline. That looks so fun. Okay, let's move while he does it this time. Yeah, that's actually a good emote. If nothing else, I think I would recommend this. Can you imagine seeing someone fly by with this? So it looks like he kicks his feet a little afterwards once he lands. Watch. Spins around, spins around. Kick, 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 kick. Let's see if he does that when you don't move. Because he was propelling himself forward, I think. Yeah, I guess he still does. All right. And then here's the copyrighted one. I feel like this one should have been traversal as well. But obviously if you try to move, it cancels it. And this one can be done together. And then you hear the footstep sounds. Sorry, I had to mute it though because of the copyright. So that's a pretty good emote too, if you like this Kanye West song. Now, I was more excited for this one because it's got some sweet reactivity, but will it be too much reactivity? Is there such a thing as too much reactivity? We're gonna find out. Okay, so both his backblings are pretty big. You can see when you move, the chair legs spin around. Looks like they move a little bit when you jump too. Oh! Is that a rat on his chair? What the? Did you see that? There's like a little mouse that popped up. That must be some kind of inside joke, huh? Okay, what made him pop up there? I didn't... Does he just randomly appear? Oh, there he is again. You see him? Looks like he's living in the chair. That's weird. Okay, so here's the lights off. So nothing glows initially, except for the pickaxe. Let's do the pickaxe pull out sound and swing animation. Here you go. Okay, so this one has a tremendous contrail and a nice fireworky sound effect. Oh, wow, that's a beautiful splash. That is one of the coolest splashes I've seen yet. It's literally an explosion of fireworks. And it makes the noise, too. Wow. Let's see what happens if we hit him. Okay. How about the aim down sights on this skin? Okay, that's not bad. It's on par with the first skin, for sure. He's got like a bulletproof vest on. Definitely a limbs. Here we go. Okay. So it's just a limited time effect. That was actually pretty sweet. Everything caught fire. Let's turn the lights off and do that again. That was nice. A limb number 2. No, he still doesn't stay. I thought for sure he would stay on fire. Maybe eventually. Let's get another one. No, must not be permanent. It looks cool though. So you can see even his hat and his eyes and everything lights up. That's really cool. Okay, one more in the dark. I'm going to put my wrap away this time. Yeah, that's really sweet. A nice reactivity. Let's see if we can notice the mouse pop out right here, because I can zoom in right here. Yep, there he is. Itching his face, and then goes back in. Does he really have a mouse that lives in his chair? It's kind of gross. Okay, we'll take the backbling off, and let's turn his hat around. So like I said, I think that backbling is a little too large, but it flows with the whole combo, so not bad. Now without the backbling, I'm not sure what that is on his back. They look like ammo compartments, like you could slide some shotgun shells in there, but it says AMP. It looks okay without the backbling though. Here's the aim down sights without it. So one benefit to having the hat backwards, by the way, is remember it does light up as well upon turning reactive. So that'll be nice. Watch this. Right there, you can see it lights up, as does his hair. Pretty sweet. No hat. Here's the aim down sights with this one. It's okay. And let's get in a limb like this. I'm going to stay aimed in this time. Watch his hair. So just the ends light up. You see the fire flow through them. That's kind of cool. Okay, so again, nice red camo design. That's pretty sweet. Here's what it looks like when you aim in. And when you fire, it's going to have a nice reactivity. That looks quite impressive. Here it is in the dark. You can see it lingers quite a bit too. That's just one shot right there. That's a good 3-4 seconds. If you rapid fire, looks like strings of lightning. So really apparent at the start, and then it gradually fades to nothingness. Not bad. Pretty sweet wrap. Now lastly, here's his Lego versions. So that looks good. The camo looks really clean on Lego. Here's the AMP one. That looks pretty good as well. Not too shabby on the Lego versions. How about the emote? Oh my. Oh, you can't do the Tylo dance though. That's a bummer. I'll be honest, I didn't have very high hopes for this one. However, in-game, it looks pretty good. Like I said, it looks exactly like him. They did a great job there. The first skin is pretty low-key all around. I did like the tribute to his hamster for the back bling. But the AMP Kai was right up my alley because orange is my favorite color, and it's literally a jet black plus orange. It looks really good. And for those of you that hate reactivity, number one, you could turn it off. Number two, it only lasts for like 3 seconds. So I'm glad that they made 2 skins. Now remember, this one is a little more pricey, and this one's the cheaper one. But like I said, if there's only one thing you can get, if you're limited on V-Bucks, I would definitely get the Rocket Recline. That's a great emote. This one's good too, but it is copyrighted. So all around, I'm quite impressed with this collaboration. Like I said, I didn't have my hopes high for this, but pretty impressive. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this? Are you purchasing any of these tomorrow when they come to the shop? What's your favorite thing in the entire set? And like I said, I will do a gameplay and review on the vehicle as well. That'll be next. So there you go. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is Tabor time.